everyone, Jason Olea back here again, and today I'm going to be reviewing Batman Arkham Knight. This is the fourth entry into the Batman Arkham series by Rocksteady Productions and tells the story of Scarecrow taking over Gotham, and all the criminals are now out on the streets, and a new threat also emerges in the form of the titular character, the Arkham Knight. And Batman has to come face to face with all of his enemies from his rogues gallery, stop them, put them back in Arkham Asylum, or in this case the GCPD jail, and try and find out who the Arkham Knight is. Now, I really enjoyed this game, though I'm going to be honest, it took me too long to complete it. And by too long, I mean 2 years. I have tried to complete this game many times. It's a long game. I just love exploring the environments and fighting a lot of the bad guys. And sometimes I did not have time to complete the game, as I had other games I wanted to do. I had other stuff in my life I wanted to do. But today I just finished it, and I thought it was a really great game overall after all these 2 years. And I always had such fun playing it. The combat abilities, once you're used to the buttons and how to control everything, the combat is pretty sick and very much satisfying. The sound effects, it's all good. I love the action in this game. It is very visceral. It is actually a lot more grounded than I thought it would be. And a lot more brutal than I thought. This was like my introduction to the Arkham series. And it was a great introduction. The action here was very good. And the playability for the Batman and some of the other characters, like a little bit of the Joker, Catwoman, Robin, they were all good. And playing two characters at the same time, like if I'm in a situation where I'm with Catwoman and I have to press LB on my Xbox One to switch characters and do combat abilities together, I always had a good time doing it. It was so much fun. It was such a fun game. And also the story is also pretty good. The twist, though, you kind of see it coming. I was kind of disappointed in the twist because it is just how I expected it to go. But it wasn't terrible. I mean, it could have been worse in my opinion. The fact that it was Jason Todd who's the Arkham Knight, I thought it was a fine twist, but the fact that I saw it coming kind of disappointed me. Some of the other battles I had with the Penguin or Two-Face or Scarecrow, which is the main story, I thought they were all great. They're very interesting. Firefly is a pretty fun character. There are also some other characters like Simon Stagg, which are just very, very hard, but also pretty fun. And then there's Riddler. Man, I hate the Riddler. In fact, I hate the Riddler so much that I wish he was just taken out of the game completely. His riddles are way too long. 243 riddles is just too much, in my opinion. It's overkill of riddles. And it just gets too repetitive over and over again. And sometimes it gets really hard to find all these riddles once you're very close to almost completing them. You have to find bad guys in order to get some of the information, and sometimes that's pretty hard to find. I just found the whole Riddler segment a chore to get through. In the beginning it was fine though, but after I had to look for all the riddles in Arkham, It just gets annoying. Basically, I did not like the Riddler segment at all. In fact, I would rather have, if they were to do a Riddler segment, I would have it be its own thing that you have to do, like its own mini game that you do not need to complete in order to get 100% in the game. But if they did have to do it, I would rather cut out like half of the riddles, in my opinion, because it just gets too repetitive over time. And yeah, I heard some people say that playing the Batmobile also gets a little too repetitive. And I can kind of see that, but since it's not like a requirement that you have to go in the Batmobile, I don't really count that off as a negative. Plus, the Batmobile itself, I think I'm one of those very few people that really loves using it. Using the cannon fires, the racing. It was all very fun to play with. But other than the Riddler segment, I can't find any major problem with this game. The gameplay is pretty good. There isn't any glitches at all. And whenever there is a glitch, it's not like horrible. This is a beautiful looking game also. This is one of the most gorgeous games I've ever played. The city of Arkham is wet, dense, dirty, grimy. It was neon filled. I just love the look and aesthetic of Arkham, and many of the buildings, the locations you have to go to face these challenges. It was just a beautiful looking game. And some of the characters are also pretty fun. I loved playing Catwoman. She was awesome in this game. Robin was great. And the Joker, who is dead at this point in the series and is now in Batman's head, he is always fun. Mark Hamill does a great job in the role. Kevin Conroy is fantastic as always as Batman Bruce Wayne. And the ending left me satisfied. Even though I have not played the other 3 games, this ending did very much got me sad that this has finally ended. I really enjoyed the way it ended. It was poignant. And it was a fun game overall. I really had a good time with it. Despite the Riddler segment, I'm going to give Batman Arkham Knight an A. This is a great game, and if you haven't played it before, I definitely recommend this game, especially now. This is one of the most gorgeous looking games, much better than some games even today, and this was like back in 2015. So yeah, I recommend it a whole lot. Thank you guys so much for watching. People like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys next time.